Okay, so Hilda, we're here again. It's Hilda McDermott. That was you were just presenting a trophy there for one of the teams. So I just wanted to hear something more about the whole McDermott Cup and tell me something more about that.
It's the Kevin McDermott Trophy. So Kevin McDermott was my dad, and he was a referee for, I think he refereed for nearly 40 years, certainly 35 years he refereed in a number of different leagues, but certainly in the last good few years he was with the North Dublin Schoolboy League, Schoolgirl League, and he loved refereeing, absolutely loved refereeing. And I took up refereeing then when I was I think I was about almost 30 years of age when I took up refereeing, and he loved the idea that I was refereeing as well. And then I joined the League of Ireland panel, and in 2003 I became Ireland's first female FIFA referee. Yeah, so he was, I don't talk about it a lot, but he was quite proud of that fact.
Oh my God.
He was very proud of that, really. So proud of all. He had 9 children, proud of all of them, but he really liked the idea of the whole carrying on the refereeing career. My sister Niamh, my youngest sister Niamh, took it up for a while. And at one stage the 3 of us officiated at a match together. They both were my assistant referees, Niamh and my dad. Yeah, so it's really nice. So when Danny rang me from the league to say they were naming the trophy, Dad passed away in October. Yeah, he was 82 years of age, and he had a very good life. And so when they said they were naming the trophy after him, we were very impressed, and we were very honoured. We were really honoured to be here. A lot of my mum is here today, my sisters, my nephew, there's quite a few of the family here today. So that was my mammy presented the Man of the Match award, the Player of the Match award as well. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah.
Well, that's such a lovely story, and it kind of there's a whole theme that the FAI president Jerry McEnany was talking about in the very first view of the presentation. He talked about the volunteers and the importance of them. And your family here is the fulcrum of everything is really the refereeing and how important it is. And of course, there's a lot of it's a really difficult area, but it's so interesting to see. First of all, a family. You were the first woman referee, if I got that,
FIFA referee,
and then
nice.
to see those genes that he had that obviously spilled on, and the influence that parents can have on their kids like that, and as well, it also happens the importance of the influence that coaches have on the players that they play and how they can be inspired to do things and get involved in football, and especially women's football. Martin Collins earlier on from Dooney was talking about the growth in women's football and the need for volunteers in women's football, especially because we need more women referees, we need more administrators, we need all those extra people to take over. But it really it glads the heart when you hear something like that. I had no idea about your story. So Hilda, it's great.
The family all in. My mum is 84. She watches football all the time. They love football. All the family do, which is great. And we've carried on that tradition that everybody watches football. Dad didn't have a team. He was a referee, and he was very neutral, and that was it. Yeah. But so the whole family loves it. Now I do the referee observing. I do it in the League of Ireland, the women and the men's. Senior leagues, and I also do the UEFA referee observing as well, so which is nice. It's good to give something back to help coach and mentor younger referees coming forward. And we are trying to get more women involved. We haven't enough women referees in the country, and it would be nice if more, especially the rise of women's football all over the world, particularly after the European Championship final being in the tournament being in England, and that went so well, and there were so many spectators at it, and it's grown here. Look at us, Ireland going to the Women's World Cup for the first time ever this summer, so it's fantastic. So if we could get some women referees now to join in, it would
exactly
be a bonus.
And one of the things as well, talking about the growth in women's, I actually don't think that we understand how much it's going to grow, because football or soccer, some people call it, or football in Ireland, is effectively going to double in size. It is one of those games that you can travel with. You can travel, you can go to different universities, playing university teams, and you can go on trips playing tournaments all over Europe, even
Manchester,
exactly. And these kind of experiences are just absolutely
for any child.
They're just amazing, going off to parents. And I've realised that the importance of immortalising that journey, but now we have all this technology and we can capture these moments, these great moments, whether it's on video, on camera, and we can share those. And what we're trying to do as well is connect companies to this, because now companies can get involved, and we've seen Mattress, Mick, O'Neill's, Carlton Hotel, all these sponsorships can now get involved, and they're no longer relying on being on the front of a shirt. They can actually be part of the whole dynamic, part of the whole ecosystem that is. In very interesting, I had a wonderful experience recently of the FAI Junior referees. They came from I think it was from the AUL. It was a lovely insight into that kind of community of the referees that I hadn't seen before. And they were so delighted and proud that they had made it, that they had qualified for their career, to put that on their career. And people don't seem to see that, you know.
No. Unless you're involved in that area.
Unless you're involved.
Really
and it's something that Striker Online would love to focus. We've been talking about kind of like a referee's corner. People are really interested in it, and it's also important to give that the other side, to realise that there's 3 teams actually on the field, and one of those teams is charged with a brilliant
big
comment.
Responsibility. Refereeing a match, assistant referee on a match, fourth official on a match. It's a big responsibility. But it's a fantastic career from my point of view. I think I would encourage lots of people to get involved. It's a fantastic career to have, even for your own personal development. You know, refereeing skills. You pick up skills as a referee that you can use in your working life, in your home life, in your personal life, and of course the fitness levels.
It's great to have the time to talk to somebody like you that's a woman first, and then obviously a referee in what was a man's world. And I wanted to finish on exactly that point. What has it been like?
When I took up refereeing, I took it up because I was interested in it, and it was good from a fitness point of view, health and fitness, and because they were shorter referees at the time, and I just took it up as more like a hobby, and then to help them out in the refereeing side. And I hadn't really intended for it to develop, and then it just developed because the more I got into it, the more I really enjoyed it, and I thought then, I can go further with this. And then there were some opportunities given to me, and then the men that I refereed, there was very few other women at the time involved, but the men and the whole refereeing community come together, and it always made me welcome. And when you arrived, back then, sometimes, because I did start off with children's football, and they'd say, oh, it's a girl, it's a girl when you arrived. But then as the years went on, they just got used to it being there, and then obviously, then you rose up the ranks. And then when I went into the National League, and I was the only girl on the panel, the lads in the National League were so helpful in terms of the fitness. I had to obviously improve my fitness then at that stage, because you were working at a higher level. And they were fantastic, the support I had from them. And then obviously the observers come. When you have an observer come to your match, then they give you tips and advice and help and how to move. So it was difficult sometimes, but overall I would say, I was very lucky that the people that I worked with were very welcoming. And even the players, you'd get some comments from the fans mostly, like if you're on the line at Tolka Park or whatever stadium you're in, Dalymount, and you'd hear some of the comments. Because you're on the line, you'd hear them. In the middle, you wouldn't hear them so much, and some of them were quite funny. You had to kind of see the fun side, because I would have been a spectator myself before I was a referee. So I have only good things to say, and I refereed men and women. And it's good, and that was good for me to do that, because then when I went to be a FIFA referee, I had the experience from refereeing at a higher level, and that helped in my career then. So, I've had a good career ever. Now I'm a referee observer, and I'm giving something back. And I like to do that, and that's good. So I want men and women to get involved.
Sometimes when I see some of the behaviour, sometimes when I watch some of the linesmen and the abuse they get from behind them, after you mentioned that, sometimes I think, have they just, instead of you can't coach the spectator. I mean, it's just a pointless task, right? So basically, they must have put. The only thing we can do is actually train the referees to switch up, to just
you have to focus,
to be able to focus and forget the rest of it. Absolutely. And that's probably one of the being able to focus on what's important and the task at hand. And when you mentioned about for your own career, for your own mental health, for your own, that can only
physical,
be very good building blocks.
Well-being, everything, like it's so good. Because even when I used to go on holidays, when I was a referee and I went on holidays with my friends, I used to go training. When they say, you going for a run? I say, because I have a fitness test, a month after I come home from holiday. So, and that just became a part of my life, that now I still, when I go on, I'm older now and I'm not as fit as I was all them years ago, but I still go running. I do my park runs. I still go running on holidays, because it's part of who you become. And when you get that taste for fitness, you do like to. So keep it up to an extent.
Hilda McDermott, thanks a million.
Listen,
thanks very much for giving back so much for the game.